Well, good morning. I hit the button before I was ready. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Remember that time is fluid, so whenever you see this message, it's when you're meant to see it. It's a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone, so please only take what resonates and leave the rest wherever it be. How y'all doing this morning? Today is December 16th. It is 7:48 a.m. The cycle's coming to a close, y'all. Yeah. Time for all that stuff that we talked about we wanted to do, right? How we wanted our lives to be, it's time for us to step into that energy of manifesting it, right? Living as if you already have it. That you see it. That you're doing and you're making progress, right? But you know what? It's time for receiving. It's time for receiving. The right way, learn to create what you desire. Didn't I just say that? Didn't I just say that? The right way. Right? With integrity. Doing the work, putting in the sweat equity, the mental equity, emotional, putting your efforts in to receive what you equal. We're all mad here. We're all mad here. With me, everyone's a little different. Right. Why shouldn't we be, accepted to be who we are? Why should that be a problem? Why should we fear being that? Why should we fear being the human being, the spiritual person that God created us to be? And to be, and have access to you almost got me. We're going to leave it there. The clock, time, you got another one that's hiding. What's hiding behind this time, right? It says time, pressure, and a rush. Somebody could feel like time is running out, right? They're wasting time. What's behind here? It don't want to come out. What is it? All must have prizes. This is about Alice and that damn emperor. Remember, the emperor made promises that, they wanted to get control. They wanted to control everybody. That was the whole premise, right? He wanted to control everybody. Was he didn't have control. People, Spirit said they weren't respecting them, right? So they created a contest. This emperor created a contest, and there was going to be a prize at the end. So when the contest ended, the emperor didn't have shit to give him. He didn't have nothing to give him. So, Alice, she quiet, she's so empathetic, she's so compassionate, right? She want to help him. So she has some candy in her pocket. She said, here, I got some candy. They really didn't know what the prize was, but they want a fucking prize, right? They want their prize, right? Because they did what they said. They want their prize. So Alice gave him the candy. He goes, oh, I got the prize. He didn't give her no credit for it. He acted as if he had it all along. So peep that shit. Yep, trying to please everyone. And that's you, Alice. You tried to please everyone. You gave them what you had. And they took it from you. They didn't give you no thank you. I appreciate you. No, nothing. They acted as if you did, you didn't even, it was all their idea. Yeah, so somebody could feel pressured right now. This could be also about you, Alice. I'm going to call you Alice. This could also be about you learning how to stop being so people pleasing. Stop sacrificing. See, that's like a double-edged sword, right? I feel like this when we give without wanting anything back. Like that's like when we're doing, like charity work and shit like that. Donations, and we don't expect anything back, and we don't need people to know who the fuck it came from, right? That's why it's all done anonymous, right? I feel like you have been the type of person to help other people to achieve their goals, right? You've been meeting a lot of other people's needs, but your needs are not being met, right? You're not getting the accolades that you deserve, right? So this is about you, right? You're different. You have an asset that people, utilize. That. Right? Come on, we ain't stupid here. We're not stupid here, right? But see, a lot of people would feel you to be naive that way. All right? So this clock ticking, this is a cycle closing, this is a time coming, right? What's going on now? Use your time well, make every moment count. Look at that, there go another clock. There's something definitely about time. We got 12 o'clock here. And that clock she on is upside down. Listen to your intuition. Listen, who in the world are you? Getting to know the new you. And I also see a snail here, right? And I see an egg cracking. I see you taking time to really reflect. Yeah, because there's a new you that's coming, that's trying to evolve here, that's trying to come out of that shell of who everybody wanted you to be. You have been who everybody wanted you to be, right? In the way they wanted you to do it, right? But there's an emptiness here. There's an emptiness. There's an emptiness. This is a feeling of being used. You know what I'm saying? Knowing and still allowing it. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, that's some strong energy there. It's still like allowing it to happen to a certain extent, right? Like, where's your fucking prize? Ooh, thank you, Spirit. Where's you deserve a prize. It's time for you to go and find that circle, whatever it is, whatever you do, that you receive back what you give out. Where you don't have to manipulate people, come on, Spirit, to be around you by what you have. Because that's clearly what this energy was. The Emperor needed something he didn't have, and he took it from Alice, right? She gave it to him. In the story. In reality, we don't know how this shit went down now, do we? But anyhow, yeah. And somebody else wanted to look like, see, this was another thing too. Somebody didn't want to be made to look stupid. They didn't want to be made to look like a fool because they made a promise they couldn't fucking keep. And I feel, and I really feel strongly here. You already know this, and I feel like you're like, here, just take it, you know what I mean? Like, because at the back end of that, they're going to get karma for that. They're going to feel that. They're going to remember that, what they did and how they was moving. And how you didn't fucking get mad. That's what I'm talking about. I wonder what will happen next. Ready to adventure, precipice of change, pause before action. What's the next chapter in your life? How does it look? How do you want it to look? See, because you're conscious today, you're clear, your mind is clear today, right? You're in alignment with the world, with the universe, right? And that means when the universe tries to warn you or something, you see that shit clearly. Now you don't see it in a distorted version. You don't see it in an energy of ego or pride, or you know what I'm saying. You see it the way the universe is showing it, and that's how you move. And now, moving forward, you're going into a new cycle where you're making better choices, right? And there's better options, and you're aware of the red flags because you just came out that cycle. You learned that lesson. You know, you'll see it, and even if it looks a little different, that energy, the way that shit hits you in your spirit, is the same. I wonder what will happen next. Writing a new chapter. It's time. Yeah. Who's spirit? They're them clocks again. It's time. Yeah. Yeah, you've been there and you supported people and you caught people with this empress energy, right, or emperor, who didn't have what they promised, and you gave it to them just so they could, make some needs be met, right? They can hold their word. You know what I'm saying? And make them credible. Ooh, come on now. You were making somebody credible. They were using you to be credible, right? Because everybody knows how you have such a good heart. And somebody knows that they didn't have what they fucking needed and you showed up for them. And they never gave you credit for that shit. They never gave you credit for that shit. What we got here? Shine bright like a candle. Wow. You will make it through this, Spirit said. That's what the card says. You will make it through this. Something about painting, art. Okay, some of you guys could. That looks like that exhibit at the Museum of Science, right? Shine bright like a candle, right? You're very creative. There's something about you, something that you do, something that you could be passionate about. It could be a way for you to transmute energy, your emotions into your art. Belong to your own dream. Wow. And stop being in everybody else's. It's almost as if people included you in their plans as a backup, as a support. Who Spirit said as a fucking footstool? No more, baby. Can I get one more, please? Impossible things, working through disbelief, imaginative leaps, and fresh perspective. Look at the butterfly on the horse, on the rocking horse. The fairies, the butterflies. Man, listen. Working through the disbelief. Yeah, it's like you could be in disbelief how things have turned out, right? How this played out. Matter of fact, never mind. Never jam today. Promises that never come to be. Empty words, not living in the now. Wow. I don't know, just giving me the energy. You ever have a parent that likes to give kids gifts because they're absent in emotion? Whatever you want, they spoil the kid, they spoil the child, and spare the rod. They try to be their friend and shit instead of being the person to guide and lead them. You know what I mean? Because that's what parents are supposed to do. And so, and either way, they do. They either lead us, down into low vibrational behavior, low vibrational lifestyles, because they don't, expect more of themselves. So I don't have to expect more of myself, right? We've all been there. We've all been there. They're our first imitators of life. Is the people that rear us, right? And the way they do it, that's how we learn how to do it. Until we get old enough to make choices of our own. And if that's a good choice for you, then you stay there. That's not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, if it was something that you didn't believe in, or you know what I mean, and you didn't feel like you fit into, then you, as someone you were old enough, you would move on, move away. That's what a lot of kids do. But it's still, they're our first teachers in life. They're our first teachers in life, man. I don't know what else to say. Impossible things, working through disbelief. They still talking about that stuff on the news. Let me get some more cards here. Yeah. Let's get a higher self oracle here. Yeah, because that's what type of time I'm on. That's what type of time I'm on. Impossible things, working through disbelief. The lies, the illusions, people, what's the word I'm looking for, Spirit? People, just, have you around just for the benefit of what you have to offer, right? But never being genuine. That's another thing. It's like, that can be like, but just it's like you see it, but you keep giving. It's almost as if I heard like a setup. It doesn't. It feels like, even though, and it makes you sad because you see the choices that people make, but you don't say nothing because you don't judge, right? Because you know that the Most High is a judge, right? And He's watching you too. Not only is He watching them, He's watching you too. How many times should I forgive my brother, father? Up to 75? He said, no, up to 75, something like that, but it's a million over that, right? But he's like, nah, 75 times 75, right? Now, we're not talking about physical abuse. We ain't talking about sitting and letting somebody emotionally, manipulate you verbally or any other way. Nobody's saying that you have to sit up under anybody. You can move out the way, right? But the thing is to keep a level mind, keep a level head, and know that God sees everything, and He is the judge. He is the coordinator of life. Our test each and every day is, when somebody does us wrong, how are we going to react? Where was the message? And for a long time, I reacted harshly towards myself. I hurt myself. You understand what I'm saying? Until I learned, like, what the fuck, right? If I don't want to be there, and, every time I'm here, I feel like I want to go there, then I need to get the fuck out. I'll fool around all that shit, right? But that's my story. That's mine, Promises that never seem to come true. Empty words, not living in the now. Vision. Yes, your vision is changing, collective. I know mine is. Yeah. What will happen next? What's the next chapter, right? What's the next chapter? Listen, Spirit said you are on the right path, and look at what's hiding underneath there. Transformation. Come on now. Clear your energy. Clear your energy so you can better picture where you want to be, where you're going, where you desire, what you desire to experience. I'm hearing. Come on, Spirit. Ooh, fear. It came out in the reverse. Shake that fear. Yes. Overcome that fear. Shine bright like a candle. You will make it through, the Spirit said. You may be afraid. Because it's that crushing. You know what I mean? You know what that Spirit just showed me? It's like that crushing it, and the crying is that juice. It's like juice coming out like a grape. Woo, come on, Spirit. And it's going to be like fine wine, baby. Stop playing. 20 on the clock. Fear, yes. Come on now. What we got here? You are not alone. You are not. Look at your ancestors back there in the red hoodies. Yes, you are not alone. Use your time well. Make every moment count. Don't waste time on the past. I mean, the past is always a part of us. That's what makes us who we are. We can't get rid of that, right? But how we accept it, and we remember that we got a good side, a positive side, a side of us that really wants to, experience more of life. Listen, you're not alone. What we got here? Worry. It's in the reverse, but yeah, don't worry. You may think that it's not possible. You may think that Spirit said, look at things from a different perspective, and Spirit said, what you got to lose? What you got to lose? Direction. You are going in the right direction. Look, transformation. There it is. There it is. Nature. Get out into nature. Alright. I brought my African Goddess Rising deck out too. I sure did. Because that's what type of time I'm on. That's what type of time I'm on. Ooh, yummy, y'all awakening and look, feeling safe. You are protected. You are covered. You are not alone. You have ancestors behind you. They walking you through the woods. Stop playing. Alchemist. Yes. Alchemist. Queen Nefertiti. Yes. Taking that pain, taking the trauma, taking your emotions and using them not only to heal yourself but to heal others. Accept it. You reflect about it. And you teach others. Period. Alchemist. That is your cosmic power, your dark and your light side being integrated. I said that right. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. You on it. Yes, girl. Yeah. Uh-oh. Look. Good juju, baby. Yeah, what's that? Oh, yes. You got good juju, baby. You got good juju because you know what? You did the right thing with those bad things that happened to you. You did the right thing with the energy. Sometimes it can make us enraged. It can make us bitter. It can make us envy other people. When people hurt us, that energy is it's like a source, right? Like juice, right? You're juiced, and that's the energy you're running off of. And it's so you can accept, yeah, I'm fucking hurt, yep, I'm mad, and you sit with that shit. You don't take that shit and go do something. That's the biggest fucking mistake. You sit with that shit. You say, yeah, my motherfucking feelings are hurt. Yes, that shit hurt me. I'm disappointed. I feel like a fucking fool. And own your shit. And then you got to see things from a different perspective. And then you got to understand that God sees what they did over there too. What they did to you. Now, how you feel is how you feel. Now, what you going to do with that? Right? Are you going to go out here and start fucking with people, tearing up people's shit, talking about people, trying to expose people's secrets? Man, let me tell you something, because all that's going to come back to you. Now, if you sit still and own that shit, and then you make a mental note of that shit, and the biggest revenge I always say is getting your shit together. That's what I always say. Do better. And use that shit to help other people. To help, you know what I'm saying? Man, listen. Harvest time. It's reaping time. It's time to reap what you sown. You got good juju coming to you, collector. Yes, you do. Look at that. Rage. Medusa. What did I say? Remember, now, you mad. You mad. You be mad. But get back only. Ooh, child, the best get back is to transmute that energy. You take that shit and you put it in to get you another fucking job, and then you're working 80 hours a week. I don't give a shit how you get it out. You start doing something about some shit in your home. You rearrange your house. I don't give a shit. Knock down the wall. Build a new fucking room. You hear me? But make it positive. Make it something that, you know, man, don't let that shit control you. You control how shit goes in your life. Harvest time. Alchemist. Yes. Stop playing with me. What's going on here, Spirit? What we got? Spirit said shine. Yes, so didn't we hear what was the other one? Shine bright like a candle. Yes, shine. It's like you have the energy of the earth. Some of y'all could be earth signs, specifically Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, because she got horns here. There's a goat here. Mama Jumbo. I can't pronounce these words, y'all. Yes, shine. And it's like you're a plant, you know what I'm saying? And your stock is getting thicker, and you know, because of your transformation, because of your like how you weathered the cold, how you weathered the trauma that was sent towards you. It made you stronger. It made you taller and brighter, you know what I'm saying? Because you didn't let it defeat you. You didn't let people's tongues, right? They snake ass split tongues. You didn't allow their gossip and I heard banishment. Somebody tried to banish you. Stop playing. And their banishment, you didn't let that stop you from shining. You know that what the fuck they saying and doing can't fuck with you. Unless you listen, they don't even fucking matter. Go on about your life. Continue to do good and watch that shit fall away. Because that shit's going to start being a reflection in their life, because people are going to see, like, what's wrong with you? What's going on? But anyway, child. But yeah, Spirit says shine. Shine. Continue to be the best version of you. That's what I'm hearing. Look, Spirit said level up. Listen. Elevation. Queen Ya Asantawa. Look, because you know your worth. You know your worth, and you know how you pour into others, and it is quality. This ain't no cheap shit. Spirit said that ain't no cheap oil. There was a crushing for that oil. Spirit said know your oil. Know your oil. Manifestation. Come on now. Know your oil. Know your anointing. Know the power and the energy that you give. Understand that. Know your worth. Your oil ain't cheap. Sacral lust. Who child? Your oil ain't cheap. Somebody could be getting married. I seen somebody getting married. I did. I seen somebody being prepared for marriage for their kingdom spouse. What we got here? Live out loud. Live out loud. Don't hide any parts of you. Right? Even the ugly. Now I'm not saying you got to go around talking about your past. That's not what I'm saying. All right? But just, it's something that when somebody brings it up, it's not going to destroy you, because it's like that's your story. You know what I'm saying? It's not anything. It's not a secret. You understand? So that's learning how to alchemize that, the shame, the guilt, you know what I'm saying, that we go through when we do things, you know what I mean, what people think. And sometimes people try to keep that smoldering, you know what I mean, keep that hot. Don't ever want you to forget, so you don't get too uppity or too big of yourself. But man, listen, be yourself. If people don't like who you are, that's their prerogative. Right? But the minute you start trying to tear down another human being because you can't get them to leap or frog whenever you say or do something, then that's some karma that you're gonna have to that's gonna come back to you, because you will be treated as you treat others. And if you feel like you've given and nobody's giving back, then let me promise you something, that's all being stored up in your cup. You hear me? It's harvest time. That's all being stored up in your cup. Thank you, Spirit. I'm going to get a spiritual AF, and then I'm going to get up off of this. What's the message? What's the Spirit? What's the message, Spirit? Ooh, go outside and do shit. Go outside and do shit. It's been proven all over the place that trees and nature, look, that's it again right there. They go to nature. Trees and nature and fresh air and all that shit help fight depression, anxiety, addiction, and pretty much anything else that might ail you. So come on now. Find some place to put your feet in the grass or the dirt or the water or anywhere that's not concrete. A 5-minute nature break can reduce the amount of shitty thoughts in your brain drastically as fuck. Alright? So go do you, collective. With the same integrity that you've been doing it. Because yes, you are on the right path. You are going in the right direction. Yes, that's for you. And alright, I'll see y'all. Deuces. Stay up.